This week's Week in Nerdom is going to be super short because I'm working on editing all of the stuff from Salt Lake City Comic-Con. So, yeah, that's all I'm really covering. We'll do a couple of real quick little follow-ups. Red Death, the part of the Evil Batman release from Dark Knight's Metal, is out. We have Black Manta is now available for download on Injustice 2, and Star Trek Discovery started, and it's a little bit of a shaky start. Not bad, but not great. And almost done with Game of Thrones, the first book. It's Song of Ice and Fire, but the first book is called Game of Thrones. But if I just said almost done with Game of Thrones, then people would get confused. So, almost done with the first book of Song of Ice and Fire, and that is called A Game of Thrones, and it's great. So Martin does this thing where I already know how it's going to end. I already know that Ned Stark is going to die. I already know all of these things, but there's still all of this hope in the words of this book. It's incredible. If you haven't read them, read them. Like I said, we've got a while before Season 8, so you've got plenty of time to do the catching up on the literature. Anyway, I have to get back to editing. That's why we're in the car setup right now. So, back to the edits with all of the things and the stuff from Salt Lake City Comic-Con, which was great. Overall, review of the con could have been better. Last year was definitely not as good as this year, and I don't know. I feel like the popularity of cosplay is bringing down the general quality of cosplay. There's a lot of really half-assed cosplayers. I am kind of one of those, so I can't talk too much trash. But that being said, I don't wear my cosplay all the time, and I'm actively working on making it better. So there's always that. Anyway, Salt Lake City Comic-Con was great. Batman Dark Knight's Metal is so much fun right now. I'm catching up on the goings-on in Marvel right now, so we can talk about that next week. And yeah, that's it for this week's Week in Nerdom, really. I do have to remind you guys, hit up the website, generallynerdy.net, hit up the Patreon, patreon.com/generallynerdy, and always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.